Good evening, gentlemen. With reference to my first episode, I have been called by some veterans requesting to elaborate about the third pay commission. So today we will see that chapter. We have been betrayed by our own top brass, which I have explained yesterday. And to substantiate that, I'd like to give you some more details. One organization, which was the first organization, recognized organization, started in 1966. They did not interfere when our pension was reduced. As far as I know, there is no history that they have taken any action on this. It was the time India won the war against Bangladesh. India won the war against Pakistan and gave independence to Bangladesh. It was a glorious time. And in return, the government has given us a shocking reduction of pension. What has happened during that time? So many thousands of people were sent to home in the name of reservists. The reason? Over-establishment. Nobody has raised voice for those veterans who went after completing 9 years or after the war. Those were the people who fought in 1962, 1965 and 1971. Were just like that thrown out. Reduction of establishment. Why it was only for men? Why it was not questioned? That is the first betrayal. And second was, they never bothered to raise any issue about our pension reduction. Some intellectuals, they criticized me, telling that in uniform, nobody can be permitted, nobody will be permitted to raise any voice. That's not the correct thing. For your information, so many people may not be knowing about the history of President Nixon and the Watergate scandal. When President Nixon of United States, when he was caught in Watergate scandal, Senior Attorney General Mr. Elliot Richardson appointed Mr. Cox for investigating this issue, and Mr. Cox has investigated and found out some confidential files. President Nixon asked Attorney General Elliot Richardson to fire all the documents, which he refused, and Mr. Cox, the clerk, he refused, and they were threatened that they will be sacked out. It was on October 20th, 1973. Elliot Richardson resigned. Then the next one was to take over was The next one who took over, he also did not accept. He was also sacked out. Finally, Solicitor General Robert, he was given the responsibility. Even though he was ready to resign, it was under some pressure. He has asked Mr. Cox to resign, which Mr. Cox did not accept, and he was dismissed. It went to the court, and after going to the court, finally, the United States President, he resigned. That also happened the same year, 1973. When we were fighting for our pension, which was hand to mouth, our three chiefs, why did they keep quiet? Because out of three, two chiefs were handpicked by the then Prime Minister Mrs. Indira Gandhi. The Third Pay Commission, when it completed in 1973, they have controversially recommended that military pension be delinked from military service conditions to conform to civil pension. It was a controversial decision, and Mrs. Indira Gandhi, she took it ex parte decision. If the chiefs, if they would have resigned, just one word, we are resigning because of this, things would have been different. You would have never had this problem for 40 years. Now, people are telling that 40 years. When we were getting one rank, one pension from 1949 to 1973, it was just like that ex parte decision, and the money which was transferred from Defence Pension Committee to Central Pool, that has no authority. It was our money. Without any reason, the government has simply stolen our money. I would like to emphasize this word. It was stolen under our nose. And none of the chiefs, they have raised any, they never opposed. The powerful organization that time, pension, that is the ex-serviceman organization, they never opposed. So, if I don't call this as a betrayal, what I should call and what you will call? So, dear friends, this is a history of 1973. I don't know how many people know about this. Please keep in mind that it was our money which was taken to the common pool, and at our cost, the civilians as well as our service officers, they enjoyed all the benefits. And I leave it to your guess, I leave it to your intelligence to think and come back with your comments, which may help me to give the next episode what has happened after the 1974. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.